Milo, the flying mouse. Milo, the mouse, was known all over Maplewood for his big ideas. Last fall, he had climbed the highest mountain. This year, he wanted to do something even bolder. He wanted to fly. It all started one breezy morning when he watched a bluebird swoop down from the sky and land beside him. "Oh, how I wish I could do that," Milo sighed. The bird tilted her head. "Why not try?" Milo blinked. "Because I'm a mouse." "Mice don't have wings," the bluebird chirped. "Wings aren't everything." "You've got imagination. That's a start." And so Milo began his new adventure. He visited the squirrel engineers who built nests from sticks and string. He watched how the bats glided through the dusk with paper-thin wings. He studied the way the wind moved the dandelion seeds. Every night, by the glow of his lantern, Milo drew plans for his flying machine. It had acorn shell buttons, twig wings, and a thimble cockpit just big enough for one mouse. The propeller was made from 2 dried leaves, and the tail from a feather the bluebird had gifted him. His friends shook their heads. "You'll never get that off the ground," grumbled the moles. "It'll fall apart before you blink," added the hedgehog. But Milo only smiled. "You'll see." At dawn, the wind rustled through the valley. Milo pushed his tiny plane to the top of Clover Hill. The bluebird fluttered beside him. "Ready?" she asked. "Ready," Milo said, though his whiskers trembled. He climbed into the thimble cockpit, pulled his goggles down, and took a deep breath. The wind caught the wings, the leaves spun, and suddenly he was flying. Below him, the trees looked like broccoli tops, and the river sparkled like a silver ribbon. Milo whooped with joy. "I'm doing it! I'm really doing it!" But just as he soared above the oak forest, a gust of wind sent his plane wobbling. The leaf propeller tore loose, and the little plane dipped toward the ground. "Steady, Milo!" called the bluebird, circling above him. Milo gripped the controls. "Come on, little wings! Don't give up now!" He managed to guide the plane into a soft landing in a haystack, safe if a little itchy. When Milo walked back into the village, hay in his fur and a grin on his face, the animals gathered around him. "Did you really fly?" asked a mole. "For a little while," Milo said proudly, "and next time I'll fly even higher." The bluebird perched on his shoulder. "You see," she said, "wings aren't everything." From that day on, the meadow was filled with the sound of hammering, whirring, and cheerful chatter. The animals helped Milo rebuild his flying machine, stronger, smoother, and with a few extra feathers for lift. And every evening, as the sun dipped below the mountains, the valley folk looked up to see a tiny shape soaring through the golden sky, Milo, the flying mouse, proving once again that the smallest dreamers can have the biggest adventures.